Hi guys, TB here. I just added a new update on the Easy Video Player and I want to show you how it works. First I will show you how it works in JavaScript and then I'll show you how it works in WordPress. So this feature will allow to play VR, virtual, I don't want to make any mistakes here. Immersive VR. Basically, you're able to control a 360 video with for phones with cardboard goggles, for desktop with VR hardware like Oculus Rift or HTC Vive, and for standalone VR headsets also it's working by rendering the scene using the platform VR capabilities. Please note that this technology, WebXR, does not work on iOS, so this will not work on iPhone or iPad. So to test this in the browser, we need this is just a page test. It's a mess, but it's works. Its purpose is to show the how it works. So okay, so to test this local on your browser directly to see if this works, we need to install Chrome extension WebXR. I already have it installed. To install it, just Google it and search for WebXR. Let me see. Extension. So you see it here, just click on it, and I already have it installed. You will have here an install button, but I will not install it again. So to test this, we need to activate it first. Right now it has no device, and let me show you how it works in JavaScript. So to set the source of a video, we just add the source to point to the video that we want to play. In this case, it's a 360-degree video. So let me see if I can show you this. So here are the videos. This is the video. It's filmed in a 360-way perspective. So if you see it's film. I think you know what I mean with this if you are searching for a VR video player. So this is the video and we add it as a source. The source can also be absolute. In this case the source path is relative. The label can be anything. In this case I just added 360 VR, and the video type must be set to 360-degree video. Now, to enable VR, let me see. You need to set the show 360-degree video VR button to yes. This will show the button here, see, and it also enable the VR capabilities. Now, if the device does not have, if the device that it doesn't have VR support, when the goggles are clicked, this message will be displayed. So, and also the client might want to read about this WebXR technology. So if it's not supported, this message will appear, but if it is supported, let's choose this one. So these are the goggles, I don't know how to say it. So now if I go into VR, let me refresh the page. So it will start in VR and we can rotate. Let me set it like this. So you can see it's rotating horizontally. think I forgot to close. Yeah, the volume needs to be set to mute. So this is how it works. On phones, you can use the clipboard. I think it has the Google Cardboard. I'm sorry, the Google Cardboard, and in this emulator, there is no difference. I think there is no difference. Yes, so there is no difference. It can be rotated, and once the session is finishing playing, the video will return to its previous state. So this is how it's done in JavaScript. Of course, we can add the poster as well. I have here a poster. I don't know what this is. Probably it doesn't work anymore because let's check. I don't know what this is. Weird. So I have here a poster in the content folder. I'll just select it and add it here. So let's delete this content, posters, and now there is a poster, and when played, the video is playing, and when the user is clicking the goggles, the video will appear. Okay. There are also two extra parameters here. I commented this. There is a start when play button click 360 degrees. It's a long name, but it's self-explanatory. I'll just paste it here. So this will basically start the VR section when the play button is clicked. Right now it starts when the goggles are clicked, but it's possible to start it when the play button is clicked. So set this option to true if you want it. And now when I test this with the emulator started, when I click the play button, it will enter the VR session. So by default, another option is the rotation on the horizontal rotation. This is basically a rotation on the y-axis in 3D, but for the user and for you, if you are using this feature, it will rotate the video horizontally, so from left to right. By default, the video is set to start in the front, so what the camera sees in the front in the center. But it's possible, if you want to set a different rotation to start at a different point on the video, you can set this in degrees. So let's give it a try. Let's set this to -90 degrees, and this is the default. It will set it to the front, and let's play this. So it's difficult. Let's disable for now the you know what, and let me set the volume to 0 because I don't want to. Okay, so now if I get this message, but via 360 degrees is still active. So the message appears because we enable the play VR on the click. So when the play button is clicked, it's opening the VR. So let's click this. So now let's see where, let's move at the different one somewhere I don't know. Let's see. This is not good. So frame at second 28. You see how this looks at seconds 28. So if I set this to -180 degrees, you will see now at second 28 that it's on a different position on the video. Of course, this is confusing visually, but you can think of this like a sphere, like the user is on a sphere and this rotation, the start point rotation, it's actually rotating the sphere. So this is very, very useful because you might have the video, you might want to start the video at a different point in the scene. You don't want to start it in the front. So this is optional. If you want to add it, it's okay. If this is also optional, you can find both these options in the documentation. You can read about it there if you want to. So you can just copy and paste them. You don't have to write them from the video. And now let me see this. You see the message is gone, and the video is set to default again. So let's say we want to set we are second 34, we want to set this zombie to be viewed here. So let's try a few things. If I set this to 90 degrees, this is by trial and error, is difficult to, but I think eventually, you see? So right now we have, let's remove this because I don't want the message to appear. Right now we are literally here in this point with 90 degrees rotation. If I set it to 0, it will set it to the default, to the front. See, I have to rotate here to see the zombie. Rotate 90 degrees. So this is a bit confusing at start, but you get the idea. You don't have to set this, but if you want to start the video at a different point, remember about this option. So you can also add multiple sources of 360 degrees. I've commented this by doing this. So you have one source and you have a second source, and I will remove this for now. The source in this case is the same, so we need to set a different label. So you have different labels, and now if I test this, you will see here the two videos. Start at the first one, and when I select, it will start at the second one. The problem is that the source name is the same and it doesn't change, but in your case you'll use different sources, and it will change. So let's comment this back. Okay, so this is how it works in JavaScript. And now let's move to WordPress. So I'm using a local host. I'll just open it and go to admin. So first of all, we need to enable the button. I'll just search for it. You see, so select create a new preset or use the preset that you already have. I'll set it here to test. Add new preset and enable this button in your preset. See, then update the settings, and now we have a preset that we can use with the VR. And let's go to pages and add a new page. I'll just call it test. So we need a shortcut block. This will also work in any builder. You just need to get the shortcut from here. I'll show you in a second. So there are a lot of parameters here in the shortcode, but I will just focus here on the VR settings. So first of all, we need to select the preset that I created and add video. From the video type, select the 360 degrees VR video. This is the rotation that I explained already in JavaScript. So if you don't want to use this, just leave it blank, leave it to 0. And if you want to use start the VR when when the play button is clicked, set this to yes. I'll leave it to no. Just give it the label. I'll say it VR. Add from my library. I will choose the 360 video. And this also supports second source. So if this one fails, you can add another one like this, and it will try to load this one. But in this case, we'll have just one. We added here. This is how it looks. So you can also edit it here if you want to. but I will leave it as it is. Also, let's add a poster. Probably you would want one. I don't have a suited one, I'll just add this house. And the shortcode is at the bottom, so all these options are for other stuff which I already explained in the documentation. You can look into it. So I'll focus on the 360 feature. So I'll just grab the code from here and choose a shortcode again. I know what happened, and paste it here. Publish the page and preview in. So when I click play and try to access the Google goggles, it will show me this message, but again, you can enable VR, select this one and refresh, and now when I click on the goggles to start, and again I can rotate all this stuff. So to start at to start on the play button, just set this to yes, and to set a different rotation, just let's choose 90 degrees. I left here tooltips to see what all this stuff does, and let's add it again. VR. Actually, I think I should have removed, yeah, I need to start again, so let's do this again. 90, yes, and VR, add, and copy this and paste it here, update, and when I refresh now, let's unmute this. When I click the play button, it will start the VR, and again I can rotate this stuff here. So yeah, this is how it works. Again, you can add multiple sources here. I already have this. To add a new one, just leave this how it is, and leave this as it is, and VR2, and select a different one this time. This is not a 360 video. So I added the second video here. Sorry for pausing, but I had to make sure that this is right. So we have a second source here, just like in the JavaScript version. You can edit it manually if you like, but be careful not to forget a comma, or just be careful with the format. Just copy it from the bottom and paste it here. Update the page. I have disabled this so that we do not start in VR. And when I click play, I will get a message that VR is not supported. This is the first video. And now if I select the second one, it will show the video because this is a normal video, and it's possible to set multiple sources. So if this is enabled, the message will be gone, and it will start in VR. I can rotate it and all this stuff. So this is how it works. It wasn't easy to implement this. It's a very cool feature. I hope you will find it useful. If there are any issues with it, because it's kind of complicated, there are a lot of things implemented here, please contact me and tell me about it, and I will sort it out. So thank you for watching, and have a very good day. Bye bye.